General tab. Welcome to this tutorial where we will explain all the information and functionalities available on the General tab of an endpoint on the Intel EMA web interface. Step 1. Starting from the General tab. We will start the process by navigating to the General tab of an endpoint. Step 2. Information in the left column. Let's start with the information that is shown in the left column. It starts with the endpoint group to which the endpoint belongs to. The Intel AMT profile that is used to provision the endpoint. The operating system shows the Windows version, Windows 10 or Windows 11, that is installed on the endpoint. The version of the Intel EMA agent that is installed on the endpoint. The Intel Manageability Engine entry lists different pieces of information. Firstly is the version of the Manageability Engine firmware, also called AMT firmware. The first number is related to the generation of the Intel Core processor and will never change by a firmware update. Next information, if the PC is provisioned, shows the provisioning mode, client control mode or admin control mode. Device page will be shown if the functionality web-based user interface is enabled in the corresponding Intel AMT profile. There is separate video explaining what you can do if you click on Device page. Sierra Selected tells you if Sierra is selected in the corresponding Intel AMT profile. Intel AMT Setup Status provides the status of the provisioning process. If the Intel vPro PC is provisioned, it will say Provisioning completed. Interface shows the local IP address of the endpoint. If the endpoint has different IP addresses, there will be different interface entries. Nearby endpoints shows the number of other endpoints that are locally detected. Hardware management capability shows the remote management capabilities of the endpoint. Intel Active Management Technology for an Intel vPro PC. Intel Standard Manageability for an Intel vPro Essentials PC. None for a non-vPro PC. Step 3. Information in the right column. Let us switch to the area with the 3 yellow or green bullet points. The first bullet point displays the power status view of the Intel EMA server for the endpoint. When the bullet is green, the endpoint is powered on according to the Intel EMA server. When the bullet is yellow, the endpoint is powered off or in hibernate or sleep mode according to the Intel EMA server. The second bullet point provides information about the connectivity of the Intel EMA agent. When the bullet is green, the Intel EMA agent is connected with the Intel EMA server. When the bullet is yellow, the Intel EMA agent is not connected with the Intel EMA server. The last bullet point provides information on the Intel AMT connectivity, aka Sierra. When the bullet is green, Intel AMT is connected to the Intel EMA server. This is required to use the Hardware Manageability tab. When the bullet is yellow, Intel AMT is not connected with the Intel EMA server. Step 4. Actions. If you click on Actions, a drop-down menu is shown providing commands that can be executed to manage the endpoint, such as power control commands. Most of these capabilities will be explained in other videos. I want to highlight one element that is shown in red, Stop Managing Endpoint. By clicking on Stop Managing Endpoint, a pop-up window will appear. If you click Take Action, the endpoint and all the corresponding information will be removed from the Intel EMA server. I recommend that you only perform that action after that the corresponding PC is unprovisioned and the agent is uninstalled on that PC. If you need to know the Intel AMT admin password, you can click on the eye symbol to make it visible. To return to the view of the General tab, click on Cancel. You got a comprehensive overview of all the information and functionality available on the General tab of an endpoint on the Intel EMA web interface. Stay tuned for the videos explaining the information and functionality available on the other tabs of an endpoint on the Intel EMA web interface.